city of Dublin, Ireland. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, so happy to be here. We are underway from Dublin, folks, in the NFL International Series. A beautiful fake. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And when you think about great seasons in recent memory, he's definitely putting one together here. There's a good chance he's going to go over 5,000 yards passing for the season. He's just a little bit under that mark coming in. And I tell you, it's pretty rarefied air when you get up there with numbers like this.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Pick up the 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
This 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Hall. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. First down, here's Mitchell. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And they'll try to run the option here. 20! And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
36 yards.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Breece Hall from 10 yards out. And the Shamrocks will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
The short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now. When you look at this defense, it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
Christian Gonzalez in there to break that one up. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's Hall again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
3rd and
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Paul want to give up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
2nd and 7.
Give running right is Mitchell. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now 3rd down and 7.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Herbert now. Now this one finds McConkey. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 47-yard line.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Pressure comes and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his 1st kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Wiggles free. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Shamrocks offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. And here we are in the month of December with his name sitting atop the leaders in rushing yards as the season nears its end. Strong finish here in the final stretch of games could earn him the crown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
46-yard line.
Ball again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 7. He'll find his man. That's the rookie from Notre Dame. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Clark Phillips, the one there defensively to bat it away. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Dublin with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Second and goal from the 1. Ball again. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Shamrocks go up by 2 touchdowns.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he gets into the end zone for a touchdown. Garrett Wilson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Shamrocks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be a possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Here's Herbert. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now Hall to start the drive. He juked him. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Second and 10.
Now back to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Back to throw now on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Back to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Chambers. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll run with Hall. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Breece Hall on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Shamrocks are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, giving 5 on the return. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more.
And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Everything right now that they touch on this side of the football seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side, complete. That's home. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Shamrocks have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Chargers, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now it's Herbert. Over the middle, and Mayer hauls it in. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Chargers first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
That's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Caught. It's Wilson. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go. 18 Cardinals.
They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott
Our
Hansen
journey around the NFL
report.
starts now with an intriguing matchup in the AFC. All right, Brandon, thanks much. As this Sunday's action is coming to a close, big day of football we had today. Here we go. And the former rushing champ has still got it, Jonathan Taylor. He's going to hit the hole hard, get loose into the secondary, and they're not gonna get him. From there, we check out another big late-season game, playoff implications here. And it's Jackson Dart. He'll look to the end zone and find his man 33 yards on the touchdown pass. The Steelers run their winning streak to 5 straight as they get another W. Lastly, let's go to Atlanta. It's the Falcons taking on the Miami Dolphins. And it's the Falcons quarterback, one of his 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Falcons get their 5th win on the year as they get the victory here. With that, let's give you a look here at the current playoff picture. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Chargers going to get the football first here in the second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster in the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing you have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert on the out route. He finds Johnston. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. From the 25, here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Herbert. To the right side and intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Looking to put a drive together.
At their own 11-yard line.
Here we go, shot.
He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he's going to try and do this himself. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Straight ahead is Hall. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
second and 3.
Ready up.
Here's 2nd and 3.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Maxwell Hairston. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over first down.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. Scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Shamrocks use the short field to get in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Herbert now. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. Oh, what a move. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Gain of 16 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
To the air again, Herbert. Quick hitter here is complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Here's Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
Herbert off of play action. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
At the 21-yard line.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game. Again, Herbert. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Byron Young has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Shamrocks offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of unfilled time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I really enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 45-yard punt. 4 there on the return. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Now this one finds McConkey. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Chargers first down.
On 1st down, it's Hampton. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Again, it's Hampton. Gets around him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Oh, he dropped it.
And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page. Quarterback.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Back to throw. Herbert over the middle and caught by McConkey. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
Cameron Dicker on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Now he'll give it up on the reverse. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's a give to Hall. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They'll run with Hall. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. And his fine afternoon on the round continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here we go, set. Green 19, green set. Go.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
A really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Fields going to keep it once more.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
This is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for the Dubliners,
they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0.
And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they will try